What up, everybody?
You know what time it is?
Yeah, it's giveaway time, baby.
Oh,
$100.
Hundo.
Yeah, it's time to spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Well, before we do that,
Okay, my fault.
we wanted to thank everyone for going and following the Instagram, TikTok, and subscribing to the YouTube. And not only that, but you commented done.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You follow the rules.
Yeah.
So you got included into the giveaway.
Yep.
And now it's time to spin that wheel.
Right. Let's see who's gonna be the winner. The winner is, who is it? Niki Grimes.
Oh God, baby mama! Shout out!
Congratulations,
Shout out to the baby. Even though you gave it, I won't say the wrong name, but yeah, sorry, this is personal, whatever.
Yeah.
Congratulations, y'all.
Congratulations.
And we're back. Welcome back to Yap City. This is delete that part. Which episode is it? 7?
Damn.
Exactly.
Hang on. Brandon, Avenger, Dylan, Mom, Summer. 7.
Did we have one without a guest?
Yeah.
This season?
First one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is 7. This is 7.
All right. So, I'm joking. Welcome back, everybody. It is your favorite Japanese boys. Starting with your favorite Jay Pizzle. And your other favorite.
Just Austin.
Okay, Austin. Just Austin. So anyway, we got Just Austin and Jay Pizzle. And we will go ahead and take this time to introduce our new guest for episode 7.
Yeah, y'all know him. Y'all love him. Jared McKenzie from the You Won't podcast, baby.
Hit the applause button.
Oh, shit. I don't know which one it is.
That's the fun part.
I don't remember which one
Exactly.
Is it the green one?
Okay.
Oh, that would work. We don't ever do these buttons. All right. Okay.
There it is,
the last one I pushed, yeah.
Hey, I just want to start out by saying, me being a guest is different. I feel like I'm riding in the front of a cop car. It's different.
That was one of my questions I was going to ask you. Since you had your own podcast, I was going to ask you how it felt to be a guest on someone else's podcast.
I mean, it's definitely cool. I'm honored to be here, but it's different for sure.
Yeah. It's like riding in the backseat of your own vehicle.
Oh,
is that what it's like?
Like I'm getting chauffeured right now. You know what I mean?
Is that how it feels? Because I feel like I'm a victim. Like you go out one night and you've been drinking a little bit and you're like, hey, somebody else has to drive. Been in that situation a time or two. And they're like, all right, I just need you to stay awake. And I go, 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
I'm
like
awake.
the guy y'all had to wrestle to get the keys from. But I'm back there. You know what I mean? I'm back there.
Okay. And we have to fight you to keep you back there?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that sounds like a lot of my
once
nights.
I'm back there,
back
I'm
in the
good.
day. I feel like that was a big part of my life in Greenbrier. That was
Tough.
Yeah, that was like I feel like
Please get the back.
I still like to drink some cold beer,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Nice.
I really kind of stay away from the whiskey, though, because it's like I take a couple shots, Motley Crue starts playing in my
Oh yeah.
guitar strum, it's over, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Go, no stopping,
I think the very first time, because I've probably only met you like twice, maybe 3 times back in the day.
Same.
And
Yeah, I thought I remembered you. Yeah.
but one of the first times I met you, I'm pretty sure we were all very drunk back in the day. I think
So.
you know my boy Dylan Nabrowski, right? Yeah. I think that was the first time I met you. I don't remember if we drove to your house or what.
Valdez, too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Old Germ.
that's my boy, bro.
Germ. Shout out Germ.
Shout out, Jerm. I know him.
Yeah, you do know Germ.
Yeah. Shout out, Tigger.
Shout out Tigger. Yeah. But
anybody else you want to shout out while we're at it?
no, actually.
Shout out Herb. There it is.
Shout out Herb.
I told him I'd shout him out. I showed you that picture that he sent me.
You did?
Yeah. I don't want to speak in it.
Oh yeah. Shout out Herb.
Yeah.
Shout out Herb. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we don't say that anymore. Bleep that out.
Yeah. I'm not too envious over a lot of people, but if I was to be envious over somebody like who wasn't, obviously like rich and famous,
Yeah.
he might be up on the list somewhere.
We'll explain afterwards.
Okay.
It's just certain stuff that
I'm
happens
just going
and
along.
Like,
Yeah.
it's the best type of guest, honestly,
Yeah. Shout out Herb.
because that's kind of how we get through these episodes. It's like, yeah, we're just going along.
Yeah.
Like whatever comes to you, feel free to say it, dude. This is the short attention span podcast.
Shout out Herb. Jerb. What did you
Her-
say?
Herb?
Herb.
Yeah,
Herb.
Herbs?
Herb. Shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah.
Herb is the word. There you go.
There it is. But
So I got a couple questions lined up. I wasn't too prepared, but I'm a little prepared. All right. So you had your podcast called the You Won't Podcast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So like, were you, what made you, what in your brain, what was like, okay, I want to start a podcast? What was the reasoning behind that?
Well, I watch a lot of like podcasts, and I'm a big sports fan.
Right.
So like I watched a lot of First Take, a lot of Undisputed, Also, then you got Joe Rogan and all that. So I always thought it'd be cool to have a podcast. But the deciding factor was one day, me and a couple of my buddies, we were drinking, and there was this girl, and she was just sitting back, and we were just BSing, telling stories and all that. And she's like, "Add a camera, you got a podcast." So we're like, you know what? Let's do it. And then
Hell
that's
yeah.
basically how it started, man.
No joke. That's
Yeah.
cool, dude. Hell yeah. Just kind of like did you have to like prepare, and obviously you had to go buy everything for it and all that, but was it almost like a spur of the moment kind of thing? You were just like, she said it and you were like, bet, all of you agreed, like, let's do it.
Well, maybe not like the next day, but the guy who was gonna do it with me actually was like, let's do it. I get the equipment, and he's like, actually, I'm good. So I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
what?
Damn.
So then my co-host AJ is like, bro, why didn't you ask me? I'm like, bro, that's a good point. Because back to like Undisputed, let's say when Shannon Sharp and Skip was there, what made it so good is like one's an MJ guy, the other guy's a LeBron guy. So it's
Big
like,
time.
they're not agreeing on everything.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, me and him are similar, but we got different views. So it kind of just clashed together and made for good content.
Yeah. I was just talking to somebody. I can't remember who it was, but we were talking about like if a podcast with two people that just agree the whole time, they have nothing to talk about.
No.
Because all they're doing is like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. But
Like that Key and Peele skit that we just saw like last weekend, where they're both like, no, and then they both find
yeah.
out that they're both Republican.
Yeah. They're like, wait, are you Republican? Yeah. Yeah. I feel like differences that's what makes friends, man. And I feel like you definitely, I'm not saying the podcast won't do numbers if you just agree constantly, but it won't, to me, in my opinion, it's not going to be as intriguing. I like to see people, debating and arguing about things.
Yeah, like
Not toxic, but-
swaying perspectives. Like if
Yeah.
you can go back there and get me to think that MJ's better than LeBron,
I got you.
cool. No, you don't.
Wait, so you do think MJ is?
No.
Okay, me neither.
I mean,
So now we're going to get less views because we're agreeing. You know what I mean?
what I meant to say is Kobe's the greatest basketball player. And then it's like, no, Kobe's not the greatest. Like,
Is he top 10 for you?
yes.
Okay.
Like, he's realistically, if we go on my list, he's going to be the top 5. Because I only like to rank players that I watch. Like, obviously, like, MJ was great. MJ changed the game. MJ did a lot. But I'm not about to go back and be like, well, Robert Parrish was really just an innovator for the game, and Kareem didn't. I didn't watch Kareem.
Right.
Like, Bill Russell played against plumbers. Like, I'm not.
My thing on it is like, okay, so when I talk to my dad, right, he's big. Well, Larry Bird's his favorite. But when it comes to when I'm talking about MJ and LeBron, I'm not mad if someone thinks MJ is better than LeBron.
Right.
Even though I think LeBron's better than MJ. But it's like people like my dad who'd be like, man, he's not even in my top 15. How is LeBron not in your top 15?
I don't even watch basketball, and I feel like that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
If LeBron's not in somebody's top 10, top 5, really, I feel like that's crazy.
a lot of people, they don't want to give him credit for the longevity.
Oh,
Because they're like,
yeah.
well, it took him this long to do it.
Yeah.
And like that's why I'll accept people that say MJ's still a GOAT, because he did it in a significantly shorter amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, how many 40-year-olds do you know that are playing at this level? I can answer that. Zero. It's LeBron.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's stuff like that. But
I barely know football. I really don't know basketball. I really don't know basketball.
I think for me this year was a big basketball year because my football team sucks so bad.
Oh yeah.
So again,
But wasn't this year like the devastation of your basketball team?
Okay, we're gonna do that.
I would love to hear that.
You want to hear a grown man talk about crying?
Yeah. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
I feel like I've heard hashtag fuck Nico whatever 250 times on this podcast.
It made no sense. It's fire Nico is like the PC way to go about it.
Maybe you should take your glasses off and like react the crying.
Oh,
People would love that, man.
Hold on.
It's almost there.
I'm about to cry.
You were a theater kid, huh?
I took acting my senior year. But I mean, like I said, really what helps me think about it is thinking about the night that Odell got traded. Because again, I'm a Giants fan too.
Yeah.
And realistically, in my lifetime, like there's been some ups. I've seen the Mavs win a championship. Seen the Giants win 2 Super Bowls.
Hell yeah.
But then I watched them just stab me and take Odell from me. Shout out to the boys. God, oh my God. Hold on, I gotta put these back.
We had him a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
Hey, he made some plays. I'll give him that. He
Yeah.
did make some plays.
He was good, but he wasn't. He wasn't
No.
that. Yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, no. Just to get back on topic, Luka getting traded.
Yeah.
It didn't feel real. Like it genuinely did not feel real because it's like your boys are in the group chat. Oh shit, Luka got traded to the Lakers. Man, stop playing on my phone. Like,
Yeah.
There's no way Luka gets traded. It's like imagine if your oldest son got traded to your sister, and you got like her middle daughter.
Oh God.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, no, there's no
This is not a fair trade.
like it sounds crazy, but I mean that's almost how it felt. You probably take a half a step off of that.
Yeah.
That's how it felt because it's just like Luka was our baby.
Yeah.
He came into the league.
He was the franchise player, right?
literally
Like they were
he played
building
with
the team
Dirk.
around him.
He played with Dirk. Like that's the crazy part. So like Dirk's in year 20. He made it 20.
I don't know who Dirk is. I don't think. Dirk.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Nope.
The Mavs jersey that I've worn on this podcast.
Oh, okay.
In
I
the
didn't know
giveaway
the name.
video, right?
Yeah.
When you weren't, yeah.
Wow. Who are you? God.
Just a guy who
He's a top
doesn't
70
watch
He's a
basketball.
top 75 all-timer. Hall of Famer.
Okay.
He's white.
Dirk Levinsky? Vatkowski? What'd you say?
Can we just...
What'd you
Would
say?
you say he's the greatest foreign player to play the game?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd probably go there too.
Genuinely, you look through the list and it's like Hakeem Olajuwon's up there. Yao Ming didn't play long enough,
Okay.
but he's stopped.
I know that
Stop.
name. I know that name, dude.
But like when Dirk retired, he was like number 5, number 6 all time in scoring.
Damn.
Yeah, and he
Damn.
literally to this day still has
this day.
still has one of the greatest championship runs of all time
Shit.
from 2011 because he took out a young Thunder team that had Kevin Durant,
Kevin Durant. I know KD.
James Harden,
No James Harden. Beard. Yep.
no Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
They were all three on the
What?
yeah, they were all
Yep.
three on the same team.
Okay, so
Damn.
Yeah, and like they were both within like all three within like their second, third year in the league.
Shit.
All
I
young,
remember that.
great.
That is whack.
Shout
Yeah.
out to okay,
happened?
it's gonna come back to me because the chick
Okay.
that was in that movie
Yeah.
was in something else that got brought up recently.
Okay.
The one that was, oh, there's no way we're gonna wear the same outfit to this party.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
and then also Janie, like the main character, she just popped back up in something. Regardless,
Yeah, we're talking about not another team movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know if you picked up on that song.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, Dirk swept Kobe and the Lakers
Damn.
after they had just won back-to-back championships. They were going for a three-peat, and Dirk, Peja Stojakovic, Jason Terry, JJ Barea. Yeah,
Losing me.
I know.
Losing me
Karan
now.
Butler was hurt, but Deshaun Stevenson, I think he was also hurt.
Don't know any of them.
Sean Marion,
Nope.
Tyson Chandler,
Nope.
Sagana Job,
Sure don't.
Brandon Haywood.
No.
I think that's actually the whole
None
team.
of those.
Jason Kidd,
Yep.
he was the point guard for that team.
Yep.
Now he's the head coach.
He played in Like Mike, didn't he? For like he did a cameo.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Dirk was in Space Jam.
Oh, okay.
He's the tall white guy. When he's like, "Can I get the autograph?"
Oh, okay. Yeah,
For my
yeah, yeah.
niece.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's her name? Dirk.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Do you actually remember that part?
I swear on everything I do.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Is
that's
there a
Dirk.
Space Jam button?
There is.
Oh, you knew where that one was.
Yeah, I know where that one is.
Right off the bat.
Tough, but everybody get out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just to
I know Carmelo Anthony. I know that one.
love Melo.
I know the white chocolate dude, Jason Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know him. I know names because my dad was like a trading card guy back in the day.
Right.
And he would, I thought, when he didn't want a card or, whatever, he'd hand it to me. I'm like, damn, I'm badass.
Damn.
I know what I'm talking about.
I got a Meta World Peace card.
Y'all want to hear something crazy about a Kobe story I got?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so y'all had a podcast a couple weeks ago on the conspiracies, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
I got something for y'all.
Shout out Dylan.
So
Shout out conspiracy.
shout out you. So 2019, I had this job, and I worked with this guy nonstop, like off the wall conspiracy theory thing, right? Said all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, man, this dude's probably just high. You know what I mean? But there was this one thing he said to me one time. He said, when celebrities or athletes die in a crazy way, they're trying to hide something from you and distract you. I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, Kobe dies, okay? Helicopter. I'm sure y'all remember it was everywhere.
Oh,
you
yeah.
live under a rock, you're going to know Kobe died.
Oh, yeah.
So I come into work the next day. I'm like, all right, so what was it? He's like, this is the first time I don't know. 2 days later, breaking news. First COVID case enters America.
Damn, son.
Never forget that, bro.
That is wild. I didn't know that. I didn't know he died right before COVID.
Like, maybe they are distracting us, bro.
No
that was
shit.
crazy, dude. I'll never forget it.
That is
Well,
wild,
it was
dude.
during COVID, probably like the second year when they were talking about, all right, hey, we know nobody's really paying attention, but aliens do exist. We got spaceships. And all this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And like then they just didn't talk about it again, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Everybody's talking about storming Area 51. They're acknowledging it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like nobody says anything else. It was
Yeah.
like a 2-week span where they just kept getting UFOs, and I was like,
Yep, I know.
Where y'all at?
I know. It's so wild. I try not to like call myself a conspiracy theorist, but I do believe that like the government tries to distract us from things,
1,000%.
there's
Be
something
careful.
like crazy going on.
Your
They're
phone
like,
gonna mess
"Hey,
up later."
come check in." Yeah, yeah, for
I
real.
can't get my phone to work.
Yeah.
Y'all ever talk about things on your phone and then you'll see it
Oh,
on
God.
your phone?
Constantly,
All the
dude.
time, bro.
Recently, for
Constantly.
me, I'll watch a video on Twitter, and then I'll get on TikTok 2 hours later, and it's literally the exact same feed, and I go, I get it's on the same phone, but that still don't make no damn. Like, I just watched this video on a different site.
Yeah,
Now you're showing me the exact same video.
yeah.
Just pops up.
Yep.
Yeah, Facebook's the worst,
Oh yeah.
except for when they used to recommend, I guess we can say the word, scunnies off Wish.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
see
I
that? I'm
remember
like,
that.
why is that? Or just like generic pills. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this?
Yeah.
This doesn't apply to me at all.
Try Blue Chew.
Well, that,
No, that does?
Maybe. Don't really need them because you gotta. That'd be a. Never mind. We'll go ahead.
All right. So mine was like when I talked about someone, they pop up on my people you may
They
know,
know.
or like I'd see somebody tag them in a post or some shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not even friends. I haven't talked to these people in 10 years,
Yeah,
and then they're all over my feed. But
it's like that. Or you
I've
see
had that
somebody-
happen too.
yeah, see, so y'all need to start talking about Yap City.
Yeah, where you,
That's what needs
you
to
see
happen.
somebody at work and you're like, huh? Like you start a new job, see somebody at work. 2 days later, you're looking on there, it's like
Yeah.
people you may know. It's like, hey,
Yeah,
that dude's the guy that was driving that forklift that was waving at me, and it's like,
yeah, it's so
yeah,
crazy, dude.
yeah, it's wild.
So let's get back to I have another question about the You Won't podcast. All right, so you said that you had to buy all the equipment and all that, and you said your co-host is AJ, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all started. How long do you think it was from when that the girl said, "Hey, throw a micro or a camera in this podcast." How long do you think until your first episode dropped?
Maybe like dropped or bought the equipment.
Like dropped your first
Okay, so
episode
probably
dropped.
about a month.
About a month.
Probably about a month.
Okay, y'all got right to it then.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What was y'all's release schedule like?
So like the first 7 episodes, it was like we did those 7 and within like 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay.
So we were kind of getting it popping.
Yeah.
But then he wound up getting in a situation where he couldn't really be on camera. Not like a bad one, nothing like that.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
Like, not nothing bad. It was work related though.
Okay,
So,
okay.
anyways, but then he came back on for a couple more and then moved to North Dakota
Damn.
for work.
Tough.
He's making bank though, so shout out
yeah.
you, AJ.
Shout out
Shout out
AJ.
AJ.
But
Let me hold some. A generous little loan of $1 million. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he came in the other day just for one day, thinking we might kick it. You know, he sent me a Snapchat getting a brand new Duramax. I'm like, dude, my God, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I could go kick it. I could go get a new Duramax. Next time. I got you.
yeah.
But, no, dude, that's just badass.
So like, do you have like a how many episodes did you have? Do you
Dude,
remember?
I don't know the exact
Like a
number
ballpark?
because I went through like the first 15. I was doing like episode 5, 6, and then I started titling them.
Right.
So I kind of
Yeah.
lost track.
Yeah.
You saw that win for us.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. And then I took a little break after I had my daughter, and I think I came back to like do a couple reviews of fights that I had
I
watched.
seen the Francis Ngannou one.
Yeah.
I watched
So-
that one. That one was cool.
That one, and that was a long time ago. So
Yeah. Was that your very last one? I felt like it might have
it
been.
was either that one or my top 5 fights I think boxing needs to make. Yeah, it was one of those.
Okay.
All right. With that being said, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
How do you feel about the Izzy fall off?
All right, bro.
Bro,
No,
you
I
want me to
love
be
Izzy,
honest with you?
but at
Oh,
the same
see?
time-
Okay,
No.
cool. This is where we're going to have to debate.
I enjoy
I don't
Izzy.
like him.
Damn. Shout out Bird.
I'm gonna say one.
I don't like him, bro.
Oh god. Go ahead.
I mean, it's cool he watches anime. I like anime, but
well, I mean, my whole thing was I didn't have any like personal feelings towards realistically any of the fighters. In my head, John Bones Jones is going to be the number one. I don't think
Goat.
anybody can stop him.
go.
Yep,
And then
yep.
outside of that, it's like the new up and comers. Like I like Sugar Sean O'Malley,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I understood why people wouldn't like him because they're like, "Oh, he's arrogant. He talks," and I go, "He wins."
I love that though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
That's the
point.
character. I mean, you could be a really good fighter and not sell a fight. You kinda
Right,
have
exactly.
to have that showmanship. Like
Yeah.
you can hate Conor McGregor, or even on the boxing side, you could hate Floyd Mayweather, but they cash checks.
Absolutely.
With that, like I said, Drake Duplessis when he came out and he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "I'm ready to fight you, Easy, to prove to the world who the real African is." I was just like,
Yeah.
snapping right now. He's snapping. And then they fought and he whooped his ass. And I go,
It's kind of like the Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal story because they were like best friends,
yeah.
and then he like I guess I'm pretty sure he did like an interview or some kind of press conference or something, and straight up said like Dana and the board or whatever told him, "Hey, you're a good fighter. You're just not selling. You're just too humble."
Now
And then
nobody
out of
likes
nowhere, now everyone hates him, dude. He's like,
Everybody.
"Fuck you, Jorge."
Well, didn't he also? You're talking about Colby, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Colby Covington.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was like they were fighting in Brazil, and he called them all filthy animals.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
And then
Yes.
the stock price went up.
Yeah, they went
Dollar
crazy.
signs, baby.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then he started doing the whole the Trump videos, so that really rose it up.
Yeah.
Trump's walking in, getting escorted by Kid Rock to American Badass. Kobe goes like, "You're my president. I love you."
Yeah,
Trump's like, "You're right, even though you just got your ass kicked." You know what I mean?
yeah.
Oh, again, I'm kind of jumping subjects. What do you think about Jake Paul? Like the stuff he's got going on?
It's getting old. It's getting
Well, I mean,
old.
yeah,
But I mean, I've watched a lot of his fights.
yeah,
It's really his competition.
yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, I'm not gonna say he's a top 25 in his weight class, whatever that is. You know what I mean? But I mean, for an average person, he's not bad. He's got a lot of money. He got people to train him. But I mean, when he fought Mike Tyson, bro, I knew he was gonna win that. And it's not because anything to take away from Mike Tyson. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time, but he's 70 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like a fair fight.
yeah.
If it-
And if nobody talks about this, the first round, did y'all watch the fight?
Yep.
yeah,
So the first round, Jake was running, bro.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? He was worried about his power at first, but then he was so gassed after that. He was like, okay, now I can do my thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like I said, when they came out and said, well, it's just going to be an exhibition. There's not going to be a winner. There's no knockouts allowed. I go,
That's the Paul effect right there.
Yep.
like I said, I watched him whoop Ben Askren, and I go, oh, maybe he got a shot. And then he just kept, like, fighting against, like, MMA fighters, like, not boxers.
Yep.
But boxing MMA fighters that were smaller than him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jake's stocky. Yeah, and they're old.
Yeah. Jake's big.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not like Logan Paul big, but he's still
not as
fucking
tall, but he's
he's
stockier.
still stockier. Yeah.
When he fought Tommy, though, that was cool.
Oh,
He
yeah.
lost.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Oh yeah, Tommy Fury.
But like
yeah.
that was an actual like I don't
Boxing
know.
match, yeah.
Yeah. So he should do more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? No. How'd you feel about the? Since we're on fighting,
Yeah.
remember. I feel like it broke the internet when Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather. You remember that?
That was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That was so wild.
Shout out Speedy.
Okay.
He had.
Speedy.
I've talked to you about him time or two.
Okay.
Is he
Anyway,
fast?
no. It's his old baseball nickname, but it's hilarious because he had tickets, went with his girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout him out for this every chance I get.
Okay.
Went with his girl before the main card even started. Babe, I'm bored. Let's go.
No way.
And they
bro.
left.
No.
I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
No way, dude.
Yeah. So I give him shit for that every chance I can.
That's crazy. I mean, I did that once. Like showed up and then left when I shouldn't have. But it wasn't at no like big fight. It was at a concert. My mom back in
Riverfest?
Nah, back in the day we
Fest?
were both no, we were like big Nickelback fans. Okay, back in the day. I think they still bang.
Go ahead.
But so she bought these tickets, took me for my birthday. I don't remember how old I was, probably 12, maybe 11. And we went to the it was Nickelback, Chevelle, Hinder, and Hoobastank.
Damn.
All bangers, dude.
That's a good lineup.
Okay, so Hinder comes out, kills it. Hoobastank kills it. Chevelle, they sucked, unfortunately. I like Chevelle. But Nickelback came, the main card, right? Main event.
Rockstar.
Right? Boom, boom, boom. Whatever it's called, pyrotechnics going crazy.
You guys scared?
Yes. The big booms, bro. I was like 11. The big booms, dude. It sounded like we were getting bombed. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. World War III. It's happening right now. And I started holding my ears. I'm crying. I'm like, Mom, I can't. She's like, no, please don't do this to me. Like, I'm begging you. Please stay. And I was like, I can't. And she's like, oh, whatever. And we leave and she'll give me shit to this day because of it. I know.
I get it.
Yeah,
I was hoping I was going to be wrong, but
yeah.
damn.
Thank God it wasn't Slipknot or something.
Oh, dude, I would have been dead.
Hey, I went to Nickelback about 2 years ago. They put on a good show.
Hell yeah, yeah.
I'm one of the ones that'll say Nickelback is a really good band.
I agree. I'm not a Nickelback hater. What about you?
I mean, like I said, I liked Rockstar when it came out. I didn't mind Photograph. But I thought the trend was funny, so I'm like, yep, Nickelback. And if nobody laughs, then I go, all right, whatever. This is
Yeah.
Photograph. So I just don't bring them up, but like, I don't hate Nickelback.
Yeah.
What is it considered now? Divorced dad rock?
Yeah,
Oh,
divorced
God.
dad rock, dude.
I'm glad there's like fits for it and everything. Like I see women like dressing up for it, and they're like, "What's up, dude? You gonna listen to some of this?" And it's Creed, and I'm just like, all right,
Hell
go
yes,
for
dude.
it.
You put Creed on, I'm belting. I love some Creed, dude. 3 Doors Down.
Yeah,
Kryptonite, bro.
Dude, it's so good. I seen
Either.
oh God, dude. I seen a TikTok the other day that was like, this is a Unk playlist, and it was all that, and I was like,
you're like, well, time to go put something on the grill.
yeah. It's 6 o'clock. It's time for bed.
Boy, I definitely saw a TikTok like that. Like, this is gonna be our TikTok segment. Funny TikTok. He was like, "Yeah, dude, I was a kid growing up, and I used to be all pissed because they said 9 o'clock was a bedtime. I couldn't wait till I got older and grew up. Then I realized 9 o'clock's a perfect bedtime." And I'm just like, "Damn, yeah. I do like going to sleep, man." Shout out that dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 30. So, how old are you?
I just turned 29.
Turned 29
Getting old too.
Nice.
last year, dude.
When I'm listening to Divorced Dad Rock, it's like I'm vacuuming my house. So like, if
Hell
that's
yeah.
not a dad statement. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, for real, dude. Damn. Yeah, especially like I have my Blackstone out there when I fire it up, get ready to cook on it, throw some Creed or, Three Doors Down or something, dude. Maybe a little Breaking Benjamin to switch it up a little bit. To,
okay.
Ooh, dude.
Yeah, I'm with
I will not bow. Yeah, dude. Bangers, bro. So back to your podcast real quick. So is there a this is Yap City, baby. We're all over
I'm
the
loving
place.
it, bro. We're yapping. Are we yapping?
I think
Hell
so.
yeah.
yapping.
Hell
We're all
yeah.
yapping.
Professional yappers. So do you have like you had multiple guests on there. I seen you had Uncle Funk. Shout out Uncle
That's
Funk.
my guy.
I'd like to get him on our podcast. I haven't talked to him yet, but I think that would be a cool guest. We went to school with him.
Okay.
Cool dude.
No, no,
Like
but,
magic.
oh, dude, I hate magic.
Yeah, not Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Cool magic. Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah, no, dude, I hate magic tricks. I hate magicians. It's my biggest fear. No, I'm kidding. I like magic.
Well, Uncle Funk, come scare the shit out of it.
Please.
So, like, do you have like a favorite? Was there like a top 3 episodes of your podcast? Because, dude, I feel like you were doing the damn thing. You had like damn near 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we got up there. I probably have a top 3. I'm not gonna say it's in order, but Uncle Funk's definitely gonna be up there.
Yeah.
There was one time where AJ's baby mama called up on the podcast and he put her on the Bluetooth. Same board
boy.
you got, bro, and she's flipping out. So we called it baby mama drama. And it kind of went viral, so that was good. But the coolest one, I think, was I actually got to go to Diamond Bear Brewery.
I seen that one.
So
Yeah.
we got to pull up in there, and they're like, "Where do you want to shoot it? We could do it in the brew house." So we like set up a table. They gave us a bunch of craft beer, was letting us taste it out of the keg, dude.
That's
It was
crazy
so
cool.
cool.
man.
It was like, I'm not gonna say that was my favorite one, but just like when I felt like I reached another level, it was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give me
Yeah.
my keys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, dude. I did see that. I seen that. That was really neat. Where was that at?
It's in Little Rock.
Little Rock? Okay.
Yeah. So, what's that barbecue joint in Conway? I can't think of the name of it. But they actually bought out Diamond Bear, so now they still have Diamond Bear beer, but it's like they sell like barbecue nachos and stuff. It's really
Oh,
good.
shit. That's
I
cool.
can't think of what it's called though.
Huh.
You gotta be careful
I mean-
eating them barbecue nachos.
Why's that?
Oh no, not gonna dive too deep into it.
That's why I was laughing when you were saying he gave me a face because we went to Whole Hog in Conway
Oh, fire.
and I about lost my life, dude.
Literally.
Like literally lost my
your
life.
life.
Yeah, it wasn't no like I choked, but it wasn't no like, oh, he choked. No, it was like in my mind I was like, God, I hope my kids are gonna be all right. Like it was bad, dude.
Like, are you being for real?
I swear, yeah.
Like there was bile that came up and all kind of stuff like hitting the table.
Yeah, dude. We walk in, it's me, JP, and I don't know. Do you know Ryan, Summer's brother?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I don't know him, but I know
know
him.
of him?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So it was us 3. We walk in, we're just trying to get us some lunch, dude. Having a
It was,
you know,
it was a normal day.
guys'
You know,
day in Conway,
there's cute
kicking
girls walking in, you're talking to, kind of like, oh, hey.
it. Yeah. And then
Huge,
we order our meal, and I think I just got like a pulled pork plate or something.
Okay.
With some fries or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I literally on my very first bite of the barbecue,
It's the worst part.
I guess I didn't chew it up good enough. I guess.
I don't even
I don't know, but I swallowed it and it stayed right here. Like it wasn't like they say if you're coughing, you're not choking. There was nothing. There was not a sound coming from me. And I'm like, okay, don't freak out, take a drink. I could feel the drink like slide like past it.
Yeah.
It didn't push it down. And I was like, okay, it's time to freak out. Like I can't breathe. It's time to freak out. So I like hit Ryan and both of them are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, and I fucking stand up in the
Do that
middle.
one more time.
Dude, I'm free. I'm like, fucking can't. I can't fathom what's going on. I'm like, dude, no way I'm about to die. This is the fattest way to die, dude. There's no way. So I stand up and the girls that walked in, I wasn't like macking on them, but I was, giving them the eye, the old, what's up, baby? you know.
How
And
you doing?
yeah, and then my big ass is choking on meat, you know. So I'm
Oh,
like,
they saved you.
dude, they didn't. That would have been very cool. That would have added some, you know, spice to the
Like
story.
the Sandlot movie.
yeah. Yeah, but no, I can't get that lucky. No, it was a very unattractive dude that saved me, unfortunately. But so we're like, I'm like standing up in the middle of the restaurant, and dude, I'm talking like customers were staring at me, workers were staring at me, and they're just looking. Nobody's helping.
Looking. They're just like,
oh, man.
Shit, what's that dude doing?
Yeah, and then there were some people, like, I remember looking at this older couple, and they're like, giving me stank eye. I'm like, sorry, I'm ruining your fucking lunch.
I'm
dying.
choking.
Yeah.
I'm dying here.
So I'm literally like, I can't do anything. And then all of a sudden, like, stomach bile starts coming up, and I had spit it. I felt so bad. I had spit it right on Ryan. He got this brisket burger. Didn't even take a bite. It was just boom, right on the top bun.
Yeah.
And
And this is where they give me shit because I'm sitting directly across.
yep,
them.
he is. So
I
here we
see
go.
that, I go, oh,
he
fat
does
instincts.
this.
All right,
Scoots his plate,
slide
bro.
that plate back.
Scoots
I
his
just bought. We just bought the food.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like this is, again, first bite. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I couldn't have
Scoots
done
his
anything.
fucking
Yeah, no, I
plate.
feel
You know, Ryan's already standing up, helping. Like he's going.
Yeah,
to give him a
Ryan's got
hug.
me in the Heimlich. Yeah.
He's got it. He's got it.
Yeah.
We can't both give him a Heimlich. I can
yeah.
at least. You can't save him. I can save this plate.
You can high five him, but I mean, like,
Dude, I mean, go ahead.
So I'm choking. Everybody, I'm choking now. Everybody's joking now. Clocks are now. So I'm like in my head,
Reality.
I'm like, dude, I'm dead here. Like I'm not walking out of this restaurant. So Ryan's like behind me, giving me the Heimlich, and I have 2 fingers down my throat I can like feel it. I'm like trying to grab it. And I grabbed it a little bit and pulled. And as I did that, Ryan hit one more good time and it all came out. And it was a chunk of meat, dude. Like it was probably the size of like $50. It was huge, dude. And I had spit it out. And when I did, obviously like bile and shit came out with it. And nobody said a word.
Everybody goes back to, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, and
I'm
I
sitting here looking
screamed,
like,
dude. I was like, God damn it. And I slammed the door, walked outside, and I went to the truck, and immediately I smoked cigarettes at the time, started smoking a cigarette, and Ryan walked out, and as soon as Ryan walked out, I was like, how much was your fucking meal? And he was like, no, don't worry about it. And I was like, dude, how much was it? And he was like, $15, cash apped him right then, like $15. And then I'm sitting in the truck, okay, getting my breath. I'm like, oh, this feels good. Like, thank God that I didn't die. And then I look in, there's a big window, and what do I see? JP
Damage control.
munching down on his food. By God,
okay.
he wasn't getting
He's
no
okay.
to-go boxes. He was munching down, dude.
Genuinely. All right. So again, that's his perspective. I'm glad we're doing this right now. So my whole thing is that happens. I'm like, oh my God, I'm traumatized. I'm a victim. Like this is wild.
Victim.
I am.
God. Somebody mute his mic.
Literally look around. There's nobody that's like, huh, that's crazy. Like none of the workers walk by the table, see the shit on the table, walk by and just keep going. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do I
so
do in this
crazy,
moment? So I'm texting. I'm like, hey, are you good? I don't smoke cigarettes. So
Yeah.
they're out there. They're both smoking cigarettes. I'm like, are you good? He's like, yeah, I'm just calming down right now. I'll be good.
all right, cool.
Again, just bought the food. I'm like, man, this is, oh my God, that was some scurry shit. Eating my shit. And I'm sitting there, an old couple. I don't know if it was the same one that you're looking at, but they turned to me, hey, is your friend okay? I was like, I think so. I'm texting him right now. They're calming down, smoking a cigarette to get their nerves, but he's breathing. So, I mean, I think he's going to be okay.
Poor JP had to be left in the restaurant after all that
You
happened.
know what I mean?
So
Who
would
likes
it
eating by themselves?
would it have made you felt better if he just said, you know what, F this, just throw away his sandwich, or
Yeah, I guess when you look at it from that way, like, yeah, I probably wouldn't have felt any better if he was like,
fuck this.
Throw
But
his
then when I look
nachos.
at it his way, he's like, bro, I just died and this dude's over in here just eating.
So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm playing devil's advocate right
Yeah,
now.
I think
you
I
know
was
what mean?
mainly upset because I didn't get to. I'm like looking at him, like the sad kid that can't get toys at Christmas in the window, and I'm like,
and I'm playing with my new train track.
yeah, and my big ass is like, damn, that shit look good.
Yeah, but no, I mean, it genuinely was just like I didn't want to just sit there and like eat by myself. I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm sitting there. I was like, all right, well, hopefully somebody will come by here. I can explain what's going on. Nope.
Yeah.
So again, I ate,
Check, please.
I ate about, like half my food, and I was like, this sucks, dude. Like,
Yeah.
the old people were the only ones that asked. Again,
Yeah.
another person walked by, their stuff like on the floor.
Yeah.
Walked by it again. And like, didn't, I'm
It
just
was
like,
crazy, dude.
how does this work? Like, they looked, they watched, they heard, because he said, he was like, fuck. And I was just
Yeah.
like, a genuine reaction. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge you for that, but like, nobody's going to like come by, because again, that was half the weight.
Yeah.
Me thinking somebody's going to come by, and I could be like, he's good, we're doing this. I'm thinking, hey, is there anything we can do to like make it better? They did not care.
Yeah.
They didn't
They
care.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the
at all.
restaurant, it wasn't dead. It was. I don't want to say it was just jam packed, but there was a lot of people in there, dude.
It's busy.
Have you been back?
Never, never, dude. And it took me probably like 2 good years to eat pulled pork again.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I
this
just
was
started.
Like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years
This
ago.
was-
I thought you meant like last Thursday.
4 or 5.
No, yeah, this was probably like 4 years,
Oh,
something like
daggone.
that. And it took me a couple years to where I felt safe to eat pulled pork again.
Mm.
Yeah,
You talk,
and that was just like 2 months ago. So
talk about baby mama drama from earlier.
Yeah.
So me being me, the way I deal with like
Yeah,
trauma is laugh about it. Again, he's safe, he's good, he's not dead.
I don't care. I don't care. Look, I give you shit about the other stuff just because, it's funny, But this part was kind of a dick move. Go ahead.
Let's
Go
go
ahead.
for it. What is it? What'd you say?
Listen, he's good in my eyes. He's good. He's cool. Everything else is great now. He's in the car smoking a cigarette, so obviously he's got his breath. He's not dying. Nobody's gonna come check on me. Get on Facebook. Hey everybody. Just a reminder, when you're eating, make sure you chew your food up really good.
No, you didn't, bro.
Dude,
Didn't
not
tag-
even
didn't
5
tag-
minutes after it
Like 2
happened.
minutes.
No.
I sat in that restaurant for a minute. I didn't tag him. I didn't tag anybody else. Literally, that was just a cryptic ass post. That was it.
That's subliminal.
Exactly. So again,
yeah.
nobody's gonna know what's going on outside of him and Ryan.
Yeah.
So again, at this time, I don't want to say I'm a bad person, but like when the Paul Walker situation happened, I was like, maybe you shouldn't have been driving so fast and furious. Like that's Twitter. Again, not the greatest.
What did Kendrick say? He said, if I catch fly, it's going to be direct.
You know what I'm saying? So again, I said that, and then baby mama calling out, like, he almost died. How could you post? I go,
He's like, you get him. You get him.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
keep
That
in
was-
mind, nobody knows what's going on. Like you're over here yelling at me and like going off on Facebook posts, but nobody knew what was going on until you got in here and started saying he did this and he did that. I go, it could have been just a very generic. Hey, remember, chew twice.
That is kind of funny, though. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
again-
It's definitely a funny story to look back on, but when it was happening, I was like, this is it. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
it.
laugh later moment.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
that, but like that's what I bring. I bring comedy. I want people to laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you almost died, but now you can laugh about it, right? Maybe I was ready to laugh a little bit sooner than you were.
A lot bit sooner. A lot sooner.
Sorry. They were like, that's your problem. You don't ever take anything seriously. And I go, nobody's dead. What is there to take seriously at this point?
Yeah, I mean, chew your food. Just chew your food. Just do it. That's-
I got a question for y'all.
okay.
Nice.
What do y'all think about Kanye West right now?
Whoa.
Man, we haven't got to talk about this on the pod yet.
Oh, have y'all not?
No.
Let's go. I'm wearing his slides, by the way. So
Oh, God.
I bought them before everything,
Okay.
too, though. So
I saw Kanye West today, him and his wife. If you know anything about his wife, yes, she was naked.
Okay, yeah.
she choking?
I don't think so. Not in the video I saw.
No, I ain't seen no post on Facebook. So
But no, I just don't know because college dropout,
Fire.
Graduation, like
Fire.
that was me. Like, oh my god, Kanye West is the GOAT. Like
Yeah.
Yeezus, I was like, all right, he kind of losing me. But then the Life of Pablo dropped, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. He's back. Yeah, he's back. Literally,
Weren't a big fan of Donda.
It was okay.
like I said, it was going a different direction. And then same with like the Church album that he dropped. I was like,
Yeah, is that the one that has what is that? God is.
Yeah.
Isn't that the song?
yeah.
Praise the
Look, he kind of
Lord.
goes hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
does.
like it.
Like
Yeah.
for certain parts, like it's like a good bridge. But then I was just like, man. Then, like I said, he got a microphone in front of him and was just like, hey, been kind of quiet. What if I just started saying the most outlandish shit? And I'm like, Kanye, no, please, no. And then he shows up to an academics interview with a black
Yeah, KKK.
KKK like robe and hat. And I go,
Oh
who
man.
are you? You're telling me this is the guy that made Stronger. Like, it can't be. It is. And it's just like,
Your cousin would not be proud
Didn't
of
he
you
say
right
one time President Bush didn't care
Oh.
about white people, and then he black people?
yeah.
And then he started
And he
wearing
scared
that.
Michael Myers. And Michael Myers was the one beside him goes, I'm like, you're scared Shrek, Kanye, stop.
Cut the camera. Cut the camera.
now. Yeah.
Because he got in front of him, he was like, George Bush
Does not care about black people. Yeah.
That's exactly how
funny
Michael
as
Myers
I
had
think that was national television.
It was.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Some relief. Was it a Hurricane Katrina relief?
Yeah, something like that.
Literally. And I was just like, oh, Kanye.
Oh
But like I
my
said, he's got the
god.
perfect song. He's like, they used to love Kanye. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, we did.
Yeah. I'm just
So
the
you-
old Kanye. Start from the
Absolutely.
soul Kanye.
Absolutely. And it's just like, bro, what are you doing?
Have you heard that new song though? The
Oh,
HH.
Yes.
Woo.
And I'm just like, dude, if it was even a good song, I don't want to say I could like forgive it, but I was like, even the song like sucks.
Dude, if you didn't like know what was going on and someone just was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna play this song," you're
you
like,
would-
"Okay, what? What did he just say?"
You would just look
Yeah.
at him like,
Yeah.
what? Oh, like that Russell Westbrook meme you somewhere.
Yeah.
But I mean it. The highest of the highs, and I think he just didn't have anywhere else to go, and he's mad because Drake won't fuck with him no more or something.
Okay, what about Drake or Kendrick?
Literally just reposted something where I was quoting Drake from like 2010.
That's one thing we'll disagree on as far as who we like better. He's a big Drake fan. He's a Drake guy
Forever.
through and through.
And the song Forever. Shout out Drake. But I mean,
I like Drake. Don't get me wrong.
I like
but
Kendrick.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Good Kid, Mad City. Like that was my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 playlist. Like literally just let the whole album run. And I mean, every song in there I know it word for word. So it's like, do I dislike Kendrick? No.
Right.
But if it comes down to like, hey, you got to pick Kendrick or Drake, I can go through Drake's discography and like when they talk about, you know, you can only listen to certain artists if you're on a. All right, we'll ask that question here in a minute. Go ahead and give your Kendrick versus Drake opinion.
I'm just not a big fan. Like, I think Drake is a really good artist. Don't get me wrong. Like his Take Care album, that was it for me. Okay. And shut up, bitch. I think Kendrick is I like music that like hits your soul a little bit. And I think Kendrick's reaches in and touches my soul a little, you know.
With that, like I said, you recognize even when we went on that trip when we took Ryan back home.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of Drake songs that you don't even know. Like there's more songs that you heard then, and you're like, "This is Drake. I've never heard this before."
I wouldn't say a lot.
Oh, there is.
I don't think so.
I do.
I think there's more Kendrick songs I don't know than Drake songs.
My thing is just who can rap better, not who's more popular, not who has more hits. Who can
Kendrick.
rap better?
Kendrick.
That's what the whole battle was about.
Man,
I
I
think-
could understand where if you were coming from, but then he got on there just saying, "Hey Drake, you're a pedophile. Hey Drake, you're a pedophile. Pedophile." And
Didn't
it's
Drake
like,
say he beat his wife?
well, I mean, you got to
Sure did.
retaliate with something. Fuck.
I mean, I guess that's true.
You can't say, "Hey, I'm a pedophile." No, I'm not.
But didn't
So
he say
anyway.
that first?
No.
Oh, wait. So Kendrick said that first?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought he said that.
Drake
on Not
called
Like
him.
Us.
Drake called him short a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kendrick started the beef, right? By saying, "Motherfuck the big three."
It's
It's just
Big
Big Me.
Yeah, because they tried to get Kendrick on that song with the one with First Person Shooter.
Yeah.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because I have a cousin who works for like the record label, and he literally has a Grammy with Kendrick.
Really?
Yeah, so like, it's cool. But
That's
it's
So he don't talk to you, huh?
no, it ain't nothing crazy like that. Like his brother was saying the same the Herb dude I was talking
Herb.
about.
Shout out Herb.
What up? Herb. It's his brother, but he was sitting there talking about it. He was like, man, fuck Kendrick. We're Drake stands in this house, and I'm just like, it's a lot closer relation. That's kind of like crazy. And then he showed Kendrick the message, and he was like, to each their own. You know, he can have his opinion. Let little homie do him. Talking about Herb.
Damn.
Like they work out together, so it's like
He works out with Kendrick.
yeah.
Damn.
After at the park doing push-ups and
Stuff.
muscle ups.
Whether you're a Drake fan or a Kendrick fan, you gotta admit you have to huh?
That Bad Blood's banger with Taylor.
No. You have to
Baby, now we got
be you have to be willing to admit that Drake lost that battle.
Sure.
I mean, look at
I mean, then he went back and sued and said that literally the record label is artificially pumping numbers, doing stuff. And
Right, they're doing the same for Drake.
but he won the lawsuit.
Did he?
He did. But
Did it come out that he won?
yeah, because they came back and like we're trying to like counter and say we will accept and do all this, but we ask that you don't go into detail about everything and like release it to the public. So
damn.
like,
Speaking of lawsuits, real quick, do you see Walmart lost the lawsuit? A $722 million lawsuit.
what happened?
Yeah.
There was some company that they had some kind of stocking secrets of how to keep food like produce fresher for longer, and Walmart stole their idea and they sued them and lost. Walmart lost.
Couldn't be Yap City.
Yeah.
They not like us.
Yeah. For real. Yeah, but yeah, I just figured I'd throw that out there. 722 million. It was one of the biggest in the U.S. history.
And you know what's crazy? Bloop. That's just a drop.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's
some-
wow. Whoa. What was that?
That's some change. That's some,
Oh, change. You're
some
shaking
change. Yeah, shaking some change.
Didn't know what you were doing over there.
Yeah.
I was like, stay away from that buddy. But the question I was gonna ask.
For 722 million. I might go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's like, whoa. But, all right, you're stranded on. I don't know if
What is happening?
I'm asking a question.
Okay.
You're stranded on a deserted island.
Okay.
You have 3 artists that you can listen to, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
But all their songs.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Go, let Jerry go.
Guest go
Yeah.
first.
No, you go first.
Okay, I go first. Fuck it. All right. So, first one is gonna be probably Lil Wayne.
Oh.
First one, Lil Wayne.
Damn.
Second one is gonna be Green Day. Second one's gonna be Green Day.
Okay.
Third one is gonna be probably Dion and the Belmonts. Nope. Take that back. Sam Cooke. Lil Wayne, Green Day, Sam Cooke.
Covered all your bases.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yep. So go ahead.
Just 6ix9ine.
That's all you
Shout
need.
out, hey, we can't get any better than that. Yes, dude. Yes.
Nah, bro.
Yes.
I was gonna say Lil Wayne.
You were
Okay.
joking?
Yeah. You really like 6ix9ine?
I got it. No, I'm joking.
Stop it.
That's it. Treyway.
I like the position more than the artist.
Now mine be like Lil Wayne. And I'd have to switch it up.
Okay.
Right now, Morgan Wallen's kind of been in my
Okay, okay.
rotation. You know what I mean?
He's been in my
And
head.
then let's say rock. Who's somebody good? Rock.
Weezer.
Rock.
Weezer is good. I like Weezer.
Yeah, but
You want some divorced dad rock in there, don't you?
5 Finger Death Punch, bro.
Okay, look. People hate on them.
Really?
Dude,
Are they the
oh
ones
yeah,
that-
I feel like people hate on
Who
Ivan
sings-
Moody a lot.
Paralyzer.
That is Finger 11.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. No, 5 Finger Death Punch. I feel like get hated on a lot, especially by like if somebody claims to be like metalhead, they hate on 5 Finger Death Punch. I think they're fucking good, dude. They did a cover of Bad Company by Bad Company. Absolutely
Fire.
killed
Fire.
it, dude.
Ooh. Okay.
So good.
You know how I was talking about my dad being an old head with the MJ?
Yeah.
Dude, I played on that Bad Company song. He's like, man, they ruined this song. I'm like,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
this
Oh
is a
yeah.
banger,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So Mine. If you ask me this, if I ask myself this question at a different time, the answer is going to be different for sure.
Okay.
But right now, it's going to be Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Probably.
Damn.
Probably T-Pain.
T-Pain?
Yes, because
Okay.
I feel like he covers a lot of genre, especially when he does a genre bend shit. But
Can I guess the third one?
yeah,
Can I?
yeah.
Did he?
No, whoa. We
Got
already
him.
talk about that. No, not this time. It does start with a D though. Drake.
Oh, damn. I
Like
would
said,
have never guessed.
I know. I wish it was more diverse because I genuinely prefer R&B. But it's like Drake has plenty of R&B. T-Pain has R&B. And then Michael Jackson is just what, pop?
Yeah.
basically?
Yeah, he's the king of pop.
God.
Yeah. Michael Jackson should have been in my top 3 because I love Michael Jackson, but I also really love all of the other 3. So
Exactly.
it's kind of hard to choose. Give me top 5. He's in there for sure.
Like I said, if you ask me at a different time, it's probably going to change. The only consistent is going to be Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, any of my list,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I mean,
probably
you
MJ.
hear
Oh,
PYT.
Stop.
You like Tory Lanez?
I love Tory
He
Lanez.
does like Tory Lanez.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah. That was sad, bro.
So, okay, so is that what we're going to get into?
Yeah, let's go.
So do you think,
Oh, shit.
because it came out
He didn't do that.
that he didn't, like the other girl, I think her name's like Kimberly or something like that was in the car with him, her security guard apparently witnessed everything and said that she's the one that shot Meg, not Tory. But
Damn.
then, of course, all the conspiracies are like, if that's the case, and you know this is going to be like the main reason you go to jail, why wouldn't you say something? For the sake of snitching, they gave him like 10 years.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't do it. So I guess that's where I look at it. I go, But now the security guard is like coming out, like speaking up and all this shit because Meg and that Kimberly chick or the other chick, whoever her name is, they don't talk to each other anymore. Like they're not cool.
That trial was weird too, like that first one, because it seemed like man, they don't have any evidence to say this. It's all looking good. Nope, slap him, going to
Exactly.
prison.
And I was just like,
What?
And then they told me you got stabbed like 17 times in prison the other day.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No.
And now there's Meg Thee Stallion fans that are like raising money for the dude that allegedly stabbed him.
No way, bro.
What?
They had like a GoFundMe with like a goal of like 20,000. I was just like, ugh.
This world's nasty, dude.
Speaking of people, you see your boy got a granted bond, YNW Melly.
I did not. I was just about to ask what's going on with that
He
case.
got
I didn't see
granted
it.
bond.
Damn.
So I guess sooner rather than later he'll be free for a little while because he still hasn't gone to like court for his shit.
Like I said, release him, just not near me. Do not release him near me.
Didn't they only give him 1 though out of 6?
Come on,
The bond. So on that bond where I read, it was like they let him have bond on 1 of the 6. So it looks like they're gonna let him out, but he's still got to get bond on the other 5.
Oh,
my thing was
shit.
he hadn't even been to court for the
no,
stuff,
it's
so he
nuts.
hasn't even been convicted still. He turned himself in early, hoping that he could get time served for whatever ended up happening, and then they just like, oh, we got you here. We're just gonna keep you here. It's like, ugh. But at the same time, the evidence is heavily against him.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
probably smart.
I mean, like that's why I say like
Let
free
him
him.
out.
Just don't put him anywhere over here, please.
Give him like a young boy situation.
Yeah.
Put him in like
put him in the mountains.
Mountains of Wyoming.
Yeah.
Just like keep him there. Can't
Yeah.
leave. Sorry.
Did he still get caught up when he was out there?
Young boy?
Yeah.
He got
Probably.
who knows?
Who knows,
It's
bro?
young
Who
boy.
knows?
Young boy, that's where I started realizing like I'm old because I'm
Yeah.
just like, man.
Yeah, me too.
I listen to the music and I go, this sucks, and everybody's like, no, you got to understand.
Yeah, I don't like. There's one song by Young Boy I like.
because it got popular on TikTok.
Maybe I didn't hear it on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I heard it from my ex girlfriend. She played it.
Oh God.
Yeah, but yeah, and you know her music
Yeah,
taste.
that's what
but
similar to like Playboy Cardi, and I was just like,
yeah.
oh, I
Yeah.
do not like Playboy Cardi. Like,
I don't either.
I like maybe 2 features that he has, maybe.
Yeah.
Kendrick, huh? The 2 Kendrick songs, huh?
No. I didn't even listen to the GNX album. I ain't gonna listen to a lot of it.
What? Damn, that was a
Hater.
banger, dude.
Well, on your- oh,
I
go
listened to it on the way to work, and then when I got to work, I made sure to finish it. It was a fire album. That's
I
crazy.
listened to a couple songs on, so
pro-
just like not like the whole thing. I was just like,
Go ahead.
When you were getting at him about like TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
however this just went, saying you heard it on TikTok, this is what my wife does to me. Even just today, we go out to Conway, and she's like, oh, I see Kid Cudi has a new song. I don't know who that is. And I'm like, what?
Damn.
But then I was like, all right, let me play you a song. Okay. It's like Pursuit of Happiness. She's
Yeah.
like, this is a TikTok song. I'm like, this
Oh.
came out in
no.
2008.
Oh,
you know
no.
what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
no. Yeah. Yeah. Kid Cudi, I feel like that's, see, but when I think Kid Cudi, my mind does not go TikTok at all.
God, no. Well,
Never.
We understood.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was the first like sad rapper that got popping,
Yeah.
and it was just like, oh man, he wants to kill himself, but I am on the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah. My mind
Good
goes straight
Lord.
to, Mr. Solo Dolo, that song.
Yeah,
Yeah. Day and Night. Yeah.
yeah.
And actually, when I think of Kid Cudi,
Erase Me.
no,
Shout out Kanye.
that new.
Yeah.
Only because, shout out my boy Dylan Nabrowski. He had he used to do a little rapping back in the day, and he wrote a whole song over that beat, and it was fire. And it was to the point where like we were like, I don't know, I was probably like 17, and I memorized Dylan's version. Yeah, it was fire, dude.
That's so. But yeah, no, Kid Cudi, like I said, I would never associate him with TikTok.
Yeah, no, not Kid Cudi.
Even like his acting and stuff, like because he started.
Yeah,
getting more
he
towards
does
that.
some
I
acting.
forget about that.
Yep. Yeah. What's his real name?
Sean McCuddy.
Yeah. So
It's Scott McCuddy.
Scott
My
McCuddy.
fault.
Yeah, I was about to say Sean don't sound right.
Yeah, it did all right.
So we'll do a little subject change. You said you watched some anime.
Yeah.
What's your all-time favorite anime?
I'm split between, I don't know. Classic to me is Dragon Ball Z, but I also love Naruto.
Okay.
Like, you know, I got Vegeta. You're a Vegeta guy, ain't you?
Yeah.
I got Vegeta tatted on me.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was about to say something crazy. We'll wait till the cameras go off.
But no, man. So if you grow up watching anime,
Like I said, the classic ones,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you catch on there, like Dragon Ball Z. I've seen some like Gundam stuff that pop up, and some like Naruto when it was coming out, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But also, like as Naruto was releasing, I was kind of growing out of that phase, so I was like, that's cool and all, but Sports Center, I think I need to be watching this.
Yeah.
This is with all the other kids, so I had to come back. And I mean, I've seen Naruto, and I mean, I got respect for it. It's dope.
I didn't watch anime growing up. Not really. I mean, I watched Samurai Jack, if that counts. I watched that.
I think technically they consider it a cartoon.
Yeah, I think they do.
Like I don't remember what the criteria is to be considered.
Which is crazy. I feel like that's more of an anime than a cartoon.
Yeah.
And then there was one that I seen on Facebook, and I was like, oh my God, I did watch that. At least some of it. But I can't remember the name. Code Lyoko.
Oh,
You ever watch Code Lyoko?
Yes.
I watched that. Is that technically an anime?
No, it's technically a cartoon.
I
The thing that messes it up for me is because, not even messes it up, I'm the kind of like, I don't want to say weird, but probably some people are going to say weird. I get on YouTube and I find back like dissection pieces where they'll go back into old shows.
That's fucking
like,
weird.
Break them down. Yeah.
Just playing.
Shout out to the weirdos. But literally, it's just, I watched like a 3-hour video of them dissecting Code Lyoko, and I was like, all this happened? I didn't even remember this.
Oh, yeah.
And I like to say that I just put it on for background noise, but I end up catching myself going for like 2 hours, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
so you know, Austin actually got me into sports.
Oh,
Because
yeah?
you know how you said you got in that phase where you're like, I need to be on Sports Center. Yeah. Well, for Christmas, my mom gets me this Naruto headband. And this is awesome, bro. I pull up to school, man. Austin sees me. He said, nerd, bro. Spits on me, throws the headband down. Need to watch the sports, nerd.
Play some fucking football,
So I wanted to come on this podcast and tell you.
If you want to fight him, dude, we can set it up. We can set it
I'll wait
up.
for getting paid, man. You going to promote it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, subscribe to the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
1,000 views. We'll do a boxing.
Hell yeah.
Boy.
Actually, how it's been going here lately? Put us in the ring. Put us in the ring.
You don't want them problems.
Shit.
At the end of it.
Let's get ready to roll.
Exactly. Come in with some broken glasses.
Shit. It'd be like
Maybe Kendrick will walk you out, you know?
Nah, I ain't pulling no favors for that shit.
here lately. It'd be like the Jorge Masvidal and Ben Askren fight.
I'm worried that's what all.
He's crip walking to the ring. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Oh God, no. I am not surrendering.
Oh shit.
No, it would be cool.
What about like modern anime? Do you watch any like Demon Slayer, JJK, any of that?
So, man, honestly, not really. I kind of watch
No.
the classics.
Classics.
But what happened with the Naruto thing is on a real note, when he was saying, like, I kind of grew out of it, so they had the OG Naruto, and then, the years later, it's like when they're grown up.
Yeah.
I get in this bad car accident, dude, and I'm bed rested for like 6 months.
Damn, son.
So it's all posted up on Hulu, so I'm like nerding out, bro. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what got me back to it.
Okay.
But
I'm fixing to take the Naruto dive. I haven't done it yet, but I'm fixing to.
it's good, dude.
What my plan is? My plan is to like watch all the shorter shows that I've been wanting to watch, knock those out, get them out the way, because I know Naruto's going to take me a minute.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take the dive, and because I was telling him, I was like, the big three, I want to choose from one of those, and that way I at least have that one locked down. I don't care to like watch all of them because that would take me until I'm 50, but. And I will never watch One Piece unless they drop the remaster without all the filler. I'll watch it, but until then, I ain't watching no One Piece. But Naruto, that was the main one that like stuck out to me, and I've heard enough. I was like, that looks sick.
Isn't that show still going on?
One Piece,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't it come out around that time?
It came out in like early 90s.
98, 99.
Okay,
And
late
it's
90s.
still ongoing?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, there's like
I thought it was like maybe spin-offs or something. I've never really watched One Piece, so I don't really.
yeah, it's like what
It never
1,700
ends?
episodes or something.
Yeah.
Like 1,700, 1,800
I bet
episodes.
there's a lot of fans that just fell off.
Oh god, dude. Oh yeah.
Now I did
sure.
watch the Netflix one where
Yeah,
did
the live
one.
action.
That was pretty cool.
I
dude.
thought it was
Not
a
gonna
really
lie.
good one. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. But I do watch a lot of the more modern, just because I haven't took the dive into the classics yet. But like I watched Demon Slayer, JJK. There's quite a few. Hell's Paradise, a bunch of them.
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man, seen that one?
I ain't seen that one.
That one's good.
There's a couple that I like. Pretty much I see it from the beginning and I go, is this worth me sitting down and watching? And if I have to think about it for too long, I'll probably forget about it. And then I won't.
Yeah, what he'll do is he'll recommend me anime to watch, and then I'll watch them, and then I'll recommend him, and he'll go, "Nah, I'll never watch that
No.
ever."
And then post it on Facebook. Make it live.
Yeah,
What shows have you recommended me to watch that
I've a
that
few.
that I said I wouldn't watch?
Castlevania,
I didn't say I wouldn't watch.
you did.
I told you Nocturne was better.
You said you heard Nocturne. You've never watched it,
I've seen clips.
which is right in my opinion.
I've seen
Nocturne is better.
clips.
Clips.
I'll watch it
You-
eventually.
He got me into anime,
Yeah.
and
And
he ta-
sports.
yeah. He's
a
been
friend.
kind of an influence. Well, yeah, I guess. But no, yeah. He got me into anime. He told me, he was like, dude, if you want to get into anime, there's a show that you need to watch. It's called Akame ga Kill. You'll love it.
Really, I was just like, listen,
I've never seen it.
I'd recommend it. Like, do you like the action anime? Like
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
I genuinely would recommend it because it's short. It's one
is
season,
short.
It's like 24 episodes, 23,
Yep.
24. You're going to watch it. Within about the first 2 or 3 episodes, you're going to be like, all right, I'm not doing this shit. What
Yeah.
the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But it's the shit that's like that makes me go, all right, now I have to at least see the next episode. And
Yeah.
before I know it, I'm like, damn. The same thing I told him was, if you can, like, remove yourself from the idea that this is stupid, this is lame, this is for kids, because a lot of the themes are more adult oriented anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna see some stuff, and at least with that one, there's plenty of blood, there's
Yep.
plenty of combat, there's plenty of stuff. So it's like, okay, clearly this isn't for like children.
Yeah.
And then you watch it, and then some of them, like the language, you're like, okay, this is definitely not meant
Right.
for children. And
Yeah.
even while watching it, you're gonna have some moments where you're like, all right, this is kind of lame. I'll tell you straight up, it's gonna happen.
I got you.
But if you can like get past that and keep watching it and appreciate it for what it is, you're gonna be able to like enjoy it.
That's probably all anime though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Majority of
A
it.
big piece of it. Yeah. That's like we're huge Attack on Titan fans.
You ever watch
I
Attack?
I have seen some of it. I had a buddy that was big on it.
Dude, it's gotta watch all of it.
The number one.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like genuinely, like if you walk away from here with nothing else, Goat and Attack on. This is Attack on Titan.
Okay. Like
tells
the
you-
catch?
Yes.
Catch.
Like peak prime.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
again,
so good.
you watch
dude.
the first episode and you're gonna go.
Yeah, the first episode
And
is
then
crazy.
pretty much everything from there is just like a mind fuck.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, I watched that like 2 years ago or something, and I'm still learning about shit I didn't catch on to when I watched it. Like to this day, I'll be on TikTok and I'm like, no fucking way. You know, it is the greatest anime of all time, in my opinion.
What's
Also-
the plot holes like?
The holes.
Yeah, the plot holes.
The crazy part about it is, you'll watch it and you'll be like, oh, well, what about this? It doesn't make sense. Then you watch it, and then 2 seasons later, it's like, well, in reality, the reason you thought it didn't make sense is because this is what was happening on the
they
other
tied
side.
in.
Yeah.
And you're like,
It's super crazy, dude.
everything
Mind
gets tied
blown.
up. Yes.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Like, everything, I feel like it gets tied up. Because that's why I didn't mind, like, the end. A lot of people are like, how could you end it like this? This is bogus.
I loved it.
Blah, blah, blah.
I loved it.
Because, I mean, like, it's the whole point.
Yeah,
So it's just like,
Yeah.
without spoiling it for you,
Yeah.
I genuinely, that's what I would recommend. And again, Akame got killed because, again, it's short. It's very combat focused. Like, it's a lot of fighting in it, a lot of action. So you can watch it and not, like, just feel like, am I watching, like, a romance? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
there's some people that are like, I can't do the romance.
that's
stuff.
how.
I'm like,
I just finished. I know you say Don da Don, I say Dan da Dan, whatever. I just finished that one, dude. First of all, I felt like it was like the very first episode.
a little freaky.
Oh, it is very freaky. Very freaky. But the very first episode, it doesn't give you names of characters, nothing. It's just like, hey, here's 2 people, this is happening. You're like, whoa, what the fuck? Well, eventually it gets better. But
She's a minor.
yeah, it's like my son Carter was in there with me, and he was like chilling on his iPad or something. So I don't think he was paying attention. Thank God, because I didn't know.
Were they pro?
First episode, Turbo Granny or whatever was like. I'm like watching it, and out of nowhere, it's like, I'll let you suck on my teats, boy, if you let me gobble your dong. And I'm like, yo, whoa, wait. So I was watching it on my Xbox, so I grabbed my headset, turned the TV all the way down. Carter was like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm watching a show, dude. Chill out. Well, it didn't matter, audio or not. There was still there's like a part where the aliens are trying to probe, and he's like, huh? And it's like a giant claw that comes out of his zipper.
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
She's
dude.
a minor. She's supposed to be like 16.
Yes,
I'm like,
they're high school kids. Yeah, it's crazy.
so again, some of that you're gonna have to like look past and be like, okay, I'm not here. I'm not watching this right now.
Yeah,
But then shortly after, it'll be something cool that'll pull you back in and be like, okay, I can keep watching.
yeah.
Have you ever wondered, like, do writers already have the whole story on a piece of paper, or do they write throughout the show, do you think? What do you
Because of
think?
Attack on
Damn,
Titan,
I don't know.
that's why I think they genuinely have to have the shit already like mapped out. If not the entire thing, they have an end, they have a beginning, and they have at least 2 to 3 like major plot points to get there.
And then they just fill in as they go, you think?
Sometimes, but then like sometimes
I never thought about that
have it
question.
fully
Good
mapped
question.
out. But I mean, it's just because of the way that Attack on Titan goes. You're watching the first one and you're like, oh God, they're lost. They have no idea what's going on. And then like by the time you're done watching, you're like, this was like predestined. It genuinely feels like no matter what they did, this was going to be the outcome they came to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like it's shit like that where I'm just like, damn, it makes you think.
Yeah, I was talking to Avenger the other day. I was like, dude, I would damn near pay someone
To
to
erase your
watch
memory.
to like just watch it and like let me see the reaction.
Yeah.
I would pay for that reaction.
Like
dude.
I would pay to have like my memory wiped so I could watch it over first
Yeah,
time
dude.
again. Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
God. Because
It's so good.
there's so many episodes that at the end, you know, it's going through the end credits and all that, and you're just sitting there going,
Yeah,
what the fuck
Yeah.
did I just see?
it is very good.
I'll watch it and record myself, send it to you.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
genuinely, there's people that have that have like, you know, oh, my friend's watching it for the first time, and they like record it and put it on TikTok, and like people are like, please make this a series.
Is that crazy?
It's that crazy, like easily.
I'm gonna have to watch it, dude.
It's insane, dude.
I mean, for real, it's good, but we're kind of getting to the end of the episode, unfortunately.
Yep.
I know nobody thought this part would come, but what we've been doing is trying to like give our guests an opportunity to share a message, share a theme. You know, we have sad music that plays, or like
Yeah.
some good music that plays. You know, at this part, by me. And, you know, you go ahead and share a good message. And, you know, what do you want the followers to, like, walk away with? And if nothing else, like, sometimes it's peace, sometimes it's prosperity, sometimes it's share with, you know, everybody.
Dylan's was fuck bitches get money.
Yeah.
So
again,
it can be anything.
it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but, like, a message you want to
I know he kind of puts the guests in the spotlight with that one.
Yeah.
I'll say, how about put God first?
Amen, buddy.
Be a good person.
Yeah.
What I want you to get from this podcast is an entertaining Saturday. Or when is this going to release?
Wednesday.
Okay, entertaining Wednesday. Maybe a wing Wednesday. Get you some hot wings. Just
Hell
enjoy
yeah.
a time. Maybe crack a cold one.
Hell yeah.
Type shit.
That's all I got, man. I'm not a speech guy.
Oh, that's perfect, dude. Perfect. Well, we appreciate y'all for watching another episode of Yap City, baby. We out.